On the second part of the Townscapes Workshop, this is the how to do it bit. So I've decided on the photograph that I'm going to use, and it's this one. But I'm going to be working upside down so that you can see what I'm doing, but also because when you work upside down it helps you to if I can get it to stay still, that is, if you're working upside down it helps you let go of trying to make it look like something something perfect. Again, remember, we're trying to avoid absolute perfection in this. If you draw upside down, you have less of a tendency to make it look like what it is. When we're drawing a house, you've all drawn houses since you were children, and you know they go up and down like this, and they've got straight bits like this. Well, maybe they haven't. Maybe the wall's a bit lopsided. Maybe there's an angle on the roof, something like that. If you put it upside down, you're more likely to get those angles right than if you have it the right way up, where you try and straighten things up. So it's a bit crazy, but try drawing something upside down. You'd be amazed. Quite often when I'm working on a painting, when I'm halfway through, I'll turn it upside down and it helps me to see where I've gone wrong. So the next thing is to choose your papers. So this is my background, and for the main bit here, I've chosen this bit of paper here, and then some other bits that all the colours work quite nicely together. They don't necessarily replicate what's on the screen perfectly. We're not aiming for that. We're aiming for a drawing that looks good, not something that is exactly the same as a photograph. So you'll see, I've been trying to save time because I want to squeeze it all into a short video. So you'll see here that I have roughly sketched out on here the shape of that big row of houses, just like that. And this I will now cut out. And when I cut it out, I'm not being too careful. So you can refine the shapes a bit more when you draw on top of it afterwards. So with all of this, you don't have to be too precise. So that's my main houses there, and it's going upside down there. So that's them there, and then so that you're not watching me doing all the working out all the time, I did do a bit of cutting things up earlier. Right, so that is going to overlap somewhere. This is a house on the side. Just going to go in there. Just like that. Like that, a little bit, and I'm going to cut this one, so this goes onto there like that. idea about where all the shapes go. Sort of right. Fill that up a bit more. There you go. So I haven't got too many bits of paper to start off with, just a few. I've tried to repeat the bits of paper, so I haven't got all different. So that's the same and that's the same. Things like that just help to keep it balanced, keep it together. So now that I am fairly sure where they're going to go, I'll just glue everything down. I'm probably going much faster than I would be doing otherwise, because I don't want this to be boring for you. This particular glue goes an absolutely gorgeous blue when you brush it on something. Gorgeous colour, but it does dry clear. And that bit, I'll have to cut a bit off and where that goes first. So this is path that comes up. I'm going to stick that down and change the shape of the other one. I'm actually going to just fold that under there so you can see where the bottom is. You can see I'm not being very precise, but that adds to the charm of this kind of work. But I do want to make sure things are stuck down quite well. This is the same colour as the background. Like I said, it's quite good to get things, colours repeating. More glue on that. It's quite thick paper, the background, so it's not sticking so easily. So just put my pot of ink on there just to keep it down for the time being. Right, so this bit of paper, this has got the complicated angles on it. It's a bit of wall. So that's the end there. So I'll cut that. So if you do make a mistake with this, you can always stick a bit of paper over the top. So you don't need to spend too long working bits out. I'm actually going to cut that off there as well. And then there is an angle like that, and that's the wall coming up. Yeah. Okay. So I might have made a mistake on my, I made a mistake on the brown paper bit, so that's easy. I'll just add another bit of brown paper on there. In fact, I'll do that before I stick this down so it can go underneath. There we go. And then that goes there, like that. Okay. So I'm trying not to get too much glue on the front of the paper. You're probably going to be a lot neater than me. I'm not a neat worker at all. Oh, now which way does this go up? Lost it. That way. But it's difficult to draw over the glue, so try not to get too much glue on the front. You probably will. Like me, you will. There you go, I've got some there. Right, so that's the big bits. All the big bits of the paper stuck down. So this is a row of buildings, this is a wall, a big building here, and a little building here, and this is a path. So I'm now just going to draw. You'll notice I'm holding the charcoal on the end here to keep it very loose, and so I'm not controlling it too much. And I'm just going to draw into the paper now. Oh, a nice bit of railings here. I do like the railings. And I'm sort of turning and squiggling with the charcoal, so it keeps nice and lively. I might stick a slither of black paper over there in a bit if I find some. So that's that all there. Oops. And I might stick a bit of dark in that bit too. You can see what a difference, as soon as you start drawing, you see what a difference that makes. There's a lamp post. Ooh, lovely lamp post. So I'm going to leave it there for a bit, do a bit more of this drawing, and then I might start sticking in some other smaller bits when it comes to adding in chimneys. Got a nice bit of orange paper here it's a nice bright colour that will really stand out on these muted colours. So I'm going to stop it there, and because you don't want to see me doing all of this. Main thing is when you're doing it, don't be too neat, precise. Hold your charcoal on the end. In fact, I'm left-handed quite naturally. I could be doing some drawing with my right hand, that would keep it even looser still. Or you could do it with your left hand, but just nice loose marks and not too neat.